Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be working with you to make this card. That's what it looks like from the outside. Let's see. And this is what it looks like from the inside. Okay. Now I've done a lot of the prep work for this card today because I always have a tendency to run out of time. So I'll give you a good tutorial. I'm hoping that what I don't show you right out, you can figure out, but I will do my best to make sure that I explain everything to you. Okay, so now most of these materials are Stampin' Up, except for this. This is from Michaels. I'm thinking you can probably get a sort of similar card, maybe not as bright and sort of neon as this is. Maybe the Wild Wasabi would be a good color to use. I mean, this is cut at 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. This is Tempting Turquoise, and it is cut at 5.5 or 5 1/4 by 4. And then I used the ticket punch to punch out the corners like that. These two pieces are going on the inside. This is very vanilla, cut at 5 1/4 by 4, and this is from the Beyond the Garden DSP, cut at, again, 5 1/4 by 4. Now both of these edges, just the two bottom edges, I used my scallop edge border punch to scallop the bottom edges on both of those. This Vellum, and this is red line tape in the middle, and you'll see why in a little bit. This is cut at roughly 4 1/4 by 2. Also scallop border punch the two edges, the longer edges. This is very vanilla. I've stamped the image on it already, and I cut it at 1 5/8 by 3 5/8. But I actually eyeballed it after I put the image down and just cut it where I wanted to cut it. Adhere the Tempting Turquoise to the cardstock, the base of your card. Okay, next what you're going to want to do is put your ribbon on, and then remove the red line tape from the back of your vellum, and being careful not to get it stuck anywhere before you get it placed. Place it underneath your ribbon. Take a little bit of red line tape and put it on your ribbon, and adhere the ribbon down to the vellum. The happy birthday, the actual happy birthday I did using the Curly Cute, this happy birthday right here, and Melon Mambo ink. Just got it nice and inked up and stamp it down. Then I used, for these flowers and the brackets, I used this set, the For Everything stamp set. I used this flower right here and this bracket. And what I did with the flowers is I inked it up in the Melon Mambo. And for the brackets, I colored in the bracket part with the Garden Green Stampin' Right marker from the Regals collection. And for the flower, the little flower part of the bracket, I used Melon Mambo, my Stampin' Right Melon Mambo marker from the Brights collection. And then I also sponged the edges using Melon Mambo. And adhere it. Now I'm going to show you how I assembled my blossom. I just take a little bit of glue, and it doesn't take much at all. And glue along a little dot here. There are the edges of that outline part of the blossom. Glue it down to the solid blossom, the tempting turquoise. And then you don't really need to glue this one down because you're gonna get it stuck with the brad. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and use my paper piercing tool. Just position the blossom where you want it. I don't mind about there. Poke the brad through. Close it. And that's how that looks. And the next thing you want to do, using the Itty Bitty Shapes punch, just put little bits of glue, a little bit of glue on each one of these on the opposite side you want to use. And I am going to go ahead and use both sides of the DSP, the Beyond the Garden DSP. Okay. And my next step is to use some rhinestones on the Basic Rhinestones on the corners and throughout the card. I use some smaller ones on these and these blossoms. Okay. Now I've applied all my basic rhinestones, and that's what that looks like from the outside. Really pretty, all nice and sparkly with the rhinestones. Okay, now we're going to work on the inside of the card. Alright, so this piece first, the very vanilla piece first. What I did with that is I sponged using the Pacific Point. The next thing that I did is I took one of the Spellbinder's Nestabilities, it's label 4, so I used one of the label. Okay, so you're not going to use this part, the label itself. You're going to use the border, the outline of it, and kind of turn it into a frame. So then you just take some glue and you're going to want to get this positioned right. So figure out where you want to put it, and you might use some repositionable adhesive. Excuse me, on the back. On the back. And get the very vanilla down first, but only with the repositionable adhesive in case you need to move it. And then get the Beyond the Garden DSP up pretty close to the seam of or the fold of the card. And figure out where you want that, and just put some glue on it. Okay. Alright, and then just remove it all together as one piece, and take your glue and just stick it down. It'll look like that. Using the Melon Mambo. There's something fabulous about your birthday, must be you, from the Create a Cupcake. It's this one from the Create a Cupcake stamp set. There it is. So that was fun. I hope you all had fun. And until we see each other again, happy stamping!